Yay, it's working. Fantastic. Fantastico. Let's all have a head massage. Ow. Yay, this is exciting. It's working. Fantastic. Fantastico. Let's all have a... Okay, so I've sent invitations to certain people who, yeah, so basically, show me the minis. I have never painted any Warhammer mini. Yeah, I have painted in the past that I have all the attributes of a Warhammer gamer. I have a tape measure. I think my friend Alan Jones gave me that tape measure. I have paintbrushes which were gifted to me, but I have never yet painted a Warhammer figurine. I do have these classic retro. These are in French, they are Rebelles Grotte. Yeah, Grotte Revels. And they are very old school. Yeah, check this out. Look at old school Citadel miniatures. So that's a thing. Yeah. So I'm wondering if anyone would like to come on the Zoom. I'm actually in a Zoom meeting. If you'd like to come on a Zoom and show me your minis. And that's what we're going to call this. Let's talk. Show me the minis. Which is a Tom Cruise saying. Did he coin that? Show me the money, show me the minis. Anyway, you see what I'm doing there. Also, this is my vision board. So as you can see, I'm looking for a forest wedding, among like other things, loads of money. So show me the minis will be part of me making loads of money. How am I gonna let you come on the Zoom? Well, the last time we invited people to come on the Zoom, we got some very naughty young men like fiddling around with my whiteboard, which was not my aesthetic. So I wonder how we can do this. I can share a Zoom link somewhere, and then if people want to come and show me their minis, they can. One of the things that I'm realizing is, as I'm looking at the YouTube, is that it won't let people make comments on this, which is interesting. Oh, there's Aztec, so I can put this link in the chat. I've got my chat up now. Good evening, John Burkett. Hello, Aztec. So if you fancy coming on and showing me a mini, come on into the waiting room and we'll talk about minis. I can show you some very bad minis. I should also say, I do know a Golden Demon award winner. And he painted a mini once for me. I wonder if I've got that to hand, but he used to get so angry with me the way I used to transport my minis, because I used to be a very bad mini handler. So this is one. Look at this poor bard. Bless her. Her hands completely broke off. I always play bards in D&D. And I think you've all seen Fickle before. This is my oldest ever mini. She has an SG guitar. When I came back to playing Dungeons and Dragons as a grown up, I had a really big crush on this guy, Martin, and he painted Fickle for me. Martin turned out to be quite right wing in the end. So, yeah. It's funny how these things work out. Nothing romantic ever happened anyway. Just saying, This is a very cute mini. Where is it? Hi, Spell Sing. Welcome. Well, things have been bad, but they're going to be good. That's why we're having a chat this evening to look after each other. If you'd like to show me the minis, you can come on into the Zoom. Can you see the link? There is a link here to join the Zoom and show me your minis. Now, this is a very special mini to me. See if you recognize who this chap is. Look at that. Very pale. Camouflage. Black camouflage. An infantryman's gun. That's a clue. Most important, You see what he's got here. Sorry, I'm rubbish at showing these. Bagpipes. Yep, that's right. That is Milo off of Gaunt's Ghosts. And my dear pal and YouTube mentor Jim sent that to me. Yay! Aztec guessed it was Milo. That is correct. Yeah. Thank you, Jim, for painting Milo for me. I don't know if the heart's going to work. I got this new thing. No? Yay, there we go. So that's cool. Oh, I wonder if there are any pictures of Milo in my Sabbath World Crusade book. There must be. By everyone's favorite Warhammer Santa, Dan Abnett. Let's have a look and see if Milo's in here. I mean, he may be in here and I wouldn't. Oh, look, they are in there. So that's Bragg, and that is Dorden. Dorden's one of my faves. God bless Dorden. You gotta love Dorden. And then we've got Larkin. Oh my God, R.I.P. Bragg. McCall. McCall is looking a bit Tom Hardy, I have to say. Come on, we'll get to Milo. Then we've got everybody's favorite bad boy, Rawn. Now in this, he's got this tattoo over his eye. I think I must have missed that in the books. This is a bit of an Aragorn type. Corbett. Corbett. Not Corbett. It's not Ronnie Corbett. Ronnie Corbett in the world of Gaunt's Ghosts. That's disappointing. There's no picture of Milo in that bit. Anyway, maybe there will be. I'm reluctant to read that till I've got a bit further in Ghosts because I keep being spoiled. So one must be careful. But I know it's such a great book. I'm so lucky. So there are 13 of us in this chat. I can't believe none of you are willing to. Definitely cried more for Loken. I feel like a lot of people got a connection with Bragg that I didn't because I was all invested in Milo and other ones. I am really sad about Bragg. Very distressed psychologically by Coup. Oh. But yeah, so there are 13 people watching. I can't believe no one yet is like, I've painted a mini. Like normally in chats, I can't get away from people trying to show me their freaking minis. Miniature painted things. So this is interesting, isn't it? Everyone's gone very quiet now. Now that we need the miniatures to happen, there's nobody here. Having said that, if you are a dungeon master and you play Dungeons and Dragons, you have to have a Tupperware container of minis. And basically, this is a village full of heroes, goodies, bad guys. That's why I get in trouble for storing my minis in such a haphazard manner. You know, what are we going to do? Jim's trying to get Zoom working. Good for you, Jimmy. Thank you. God bless you. But yeah, there are some great companies that do already painted minis, which is, I'm all about that life. I'm so lazy. Yeah, but definitely need to get some better carrying cases. So, you know, I have not painted these. I do not have the painting capability. But as I say, I do know a Golden Demon Award winner, and he did do a painting of me, which is very lovely. Are the minis in the box at least varnished? John, don't make me upset you. Okay. The other thing that Jim has been asking me to do is talk about some of the books on my bookshelf. This is called Show Me the Minis. So I'm not really sure how, you know, whether we split the stream up on that. But I mean, I could talk about some of the books on my shelf. I don't know if people are that interested, really. Here's Anthony, one of my favorite authors of all time. And I used to write to him when I was a little sprog. And then, yeah, he wrote back to me. One of my first forays into fantasy adventures. So there you go. There's a book. Oh, Jim is in the waiting room. Yay! Jim is connecting to audio. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Jim connected to audio. Jim, welcome to Show Me the Minis.
Hello.
Woo!
I'll
Hello.
turn off the YouTube so there's no
Wait, I can give you an automated thumbs up.
yay. I've got a couple of what's it called? Appropriate minis ready.
Yes, I knew you would. You are the best YouTube buddy ever.
First
What do you
one.
got? Is that Alfarius?
That is Alpha Legion.
We're rubbish at
Make it
this.
focus. Is it?
I can see. It looks a bit slant, like a little frog bobble on the head.
Is it in focus? Can
I,
you guess what it is?
it's if it's Alpha Legion, I'm only halfway through Legion, just so you know.
Hmm.
What is he crushing under his foot, Jim?
Oh, he's crushing a Iron Hand.
Of course. So
But
is that
that's the Alpha Legion Dreadnought.
and what's the little pink thing on? Is that a rock?
That's a little tuft, a little alien tuft.
Oh,
I like the pink as an opposing color to the Alpha Legion blue.
it's a great contrast color for sure. I really
Hmm.
like those colors.
And the other one is Alfarius.
Yay, Alfarius. How can we even see him? Wow. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't read the whole book, so I don't know the secret of it. But so what's the white thing that's hanging in front?
Oh, he has a little cape and a little Emperor's tea towel in the front. To, you know,
Everyone needs that'd be a great Christmas present, Jim. Emperor's tea towel.
what would it say on it?
It would say, "What dry these dishes? The Emperor protects." I don't know. That's awful.
People in the
um,
live chat, people in the live chat can come up with something to put on the tea
uh,
towel.
a wet dish is a heresy. I don't know. Like, we can workshop this. My merch game is not strong,
Hmm.
but yeah. Oh, someone said nice Alpha Legion blue paint scheme because they have about 50,000 different colors, don't they?
Yeah, they sometimes purple, sometimes greeny blue, sometimes bluey blue.
Yeah.
This is like it's a Kellyan green contrast paint
Hellion.
over silver.
I love the names of the paints. So we've got Fly-In has flown in and the Traitor Guardsman. Good evening, Traitor Guardsman. My pronouns are she, her, just to let everyone know. Jim, what are your pronouns?
He him.
Yay. Let's get them in. So, what do you think, Jim? Because normally I would kind of let you know what my thoughts are. We'd have a chat about the idea, but I had quite a bad day and I thought, let's just chat to everybody and call it Show Me the Minis. Good idea or bad idea?
Yeah, it could be. Well, I think it's fun, even if not many people have minis to show. It'll still be
Yeah.
good just to hang out with people and answer questions. You could do polls.
Yeah. That would be fun. Or people, I was trying to think of something like, because in the chat, we're always like, oh, show us what you're painting. So I'm just quite nosy. And I'm imagining, when we're doing our fighting fantasy, if people are like painting, we could stop and say, okay, let's see what you're painting while we're dying in this dungeon. That would be quite good fun.
Yeah, as long as they're
So
on the Discord, they can send pics easily.
yay. Um,
Hmm.
hi traitor. Yay. Jen says, I'm old enough. I remember Goblin Green and Blood Angel Orange. I remember Bilious Green. Does that make me older? And Toby Hendrickson says Gottrick and Felix. You're painting Gottrick and Felix, Toby? Come on the Zoom and show us. There's a Zoom link if anyone would like to show us. What have you got there, Jim?
These are some of the original paints I had back in 1996, 97. The original Hex bottles. They're the ones
Wow.
that came out with like the second edition of 40k. I think that's when
Okay,
Goblin
so
Green started to be a thing.
I love that. So we've got Tobin is entering the chat. He's just joining. Tobin is coming in to show us a mini. Oh, Tobin Smith is connecting to audio. Tobin Smith is connecting to audio. Oh, look, I think you can do a raising hand as well. Let's see. So the appliance of AI, eh? They know what we're doing. So Tobin is connecting to audio. Will we see the face? Do you remember the last time we did a Zoom, Jim, and those rude people started shouting penis?
There was one, yeah. There was one guy whose brother in the background shouted out something.
Yeah, which meant we had to demonetize the video.
Oh,
no, kidding. It was okay. It was okay in the end. Toby, are you coming to show us something? Because you're going to need your video on, unless you are psychically sending us. I'm a blank, unfortunately, if you're sending anything. I can see Jim's looking up at the painting shelf, deciding whether he will show us anything else.
Yeah, if I've got anything else, that might be fun.
Flyan is painting a death guard and posted a quick pic on the Discord. She's great, but none of us can see it in the YouTube. I don't know what Tobin's doing now, but Tobin came into the chat and we were all excited. There are 20 people watching. He's not turning his camera on. Oh no. Shall we look at another book on my shelf while we are okay, yes, one of the stalwarts of my collection, and bit of your Asimov Foundation series.
I think I read the first Foundation a long time ago.
Have you watched the Foundation?
Not yet.
Series? It's very rude.
Oh, okay. Maybe I can get my wife to watch it as well.
That's what I think it's for. I think some people are now writing sci-fi a bit sexy, so the wife will
cash in on the, the Game of Thrones style.
Game of Thrones.
HBO.
I know. It's, back in the day, even Star Trek was sexy. Look at Shatner, Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah. There's a fanfic or two there.
Yes. Star Trek created /fiction. Discuss. It must have been them. It must have been Gene Roddenberry's baby that just did that. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with Tobin Smith. He's in the chat, but he's muted. Maybe he just wants to be amongst us.
Maybe searching for minis.
Yeah, he'll be like in the loft going, I've got this one Golden Demon Award. And I don't know why he's... Do you like to see one of my...
I'm just trying to find a suitable mini to show off. I mean, I have thousands.
Come on, you can... Oh no, we've met a real collector. So you have thousands, so that's like one Warhammer army, right?
Sorry, a couple. My wife cringes every time I pick something new up. She goes, "Oh, this isn't going downstairs, is it?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Into the pile of shame.
Yeah.
So it's
we'll keep talking. We'll keep vamping for you. Because we can't see you right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too.
We're talking to a voice. Okay, so figure out your camera. Jim and I will vamp until we can see you. Don't worry, because I have got the killer of all. I mean, you guys think that I'm a cool geeky girl right now. This is about to elevate. You're going to see me in a completely different light. Some of you may block me. Are you ready? Okay, firstly, I'll say this item comes with a certificate. Okay? It comes with a certificate of authenticity. Secondly, I love it so much. It's in a protective thing, which is not very mirror at all. I don't do protective things. Okay, ready?
Will Wheaton.
Look at that. The Hamilton collection presents Ensign Wesley Crusher by Thomas Blackshear II from the Star Trek The Next Generation plate collection. Edition limited to 28 firing days, not 28 plates, 28 firing days. and I have plate number 427A. So suck that up, baddies.
Nice.
And they say you can never have an everlasting love, Jim. I mean,
Will Wheaton is like the geek's geek.
he is, and I'm so happy he found his life partner. But I did think I was going to marry him when I was 11 to 41, you know. So welcome everybody to the chat. This is the chat. Jen has written in the chat, I thought you were about to reveal a Twilight tattoo or something. How dare you? So welcome to the chat. This chat is called Show Me the Minis. If you would like to show us some minis, you can join us in the Zoom, pop your camera on and show us your favorite mini, and then you will have to look at less Will Wheaton paraphernalia. We do have Toby in the chat who's just seeing if he can get his video to work to show some of his many thousands of minis, and then say to his wife, it was all worth it. Look, honey, I'm on YouTube with my minis. And she would say, you can buy loads more. So that could be a thing. Jim, talk to me about the Milo you gave me.
So that's one of the old metal ghosts. They did a run of metal ghosts, and then more recently they did a run of plastic ghosts. So Milo is only available in metal.
Yay. So I've got a classic.
Yeah, if it's metal, it's generally older.
Yay. Look, who's shown up. Wait, Toby, let's do it properly. Toby, welcome. Show me the minis.
All right, here's a little Necron. I don't know if you guys can see him very well.
Oh, nice.
Can we make you? I painted him up this last year. Just thought he'd be a fun little mini to paint.
He looks terrifying. What's his name?
I haven't really given him a name yet. They don't really get names until they go into battle and kind of earn them.
That's fair enough.
They just right now he's just a Necron Lord. I can't even remember what kind of Lord he is. I've never really played Necrons that much.
Is he married if he has a title? Introduce me.
Yeah, he would. I mean, I assume he would be married back in the day of the Necron tier. They all got turned into robots, so
Yeah.
And he's
maybe that would be less complicated than a human male.
Right. And then here's a Sons of Horus sergeant getting ready to go to war.
Ooh. So Sons of Horus is a 40k army?
It is actually, it's a heresy era army. Sons of Horus were the Luna Wolves. They became the Sons of Horus after the Battle of Ulunar, and when the Emperor made Horus the War Master. And the Emperor was like, rename your legion, and Horus was like, I don't want to rename my legion. And the Emperor was like, well, you're going to do it. And
he waited like 7 years, I think, before giving in, didn't he? Until the corruption started.
In old lore, it was Ulunar happened. The Sons of Horus became Luna Wolves became Sons of Horus. Now, since the books have come out, they became the Sons of Horus right before Davin, right before Horus got stabbed on Davin is when they went from the white gray color scheme to a sea green color scheme, which was funny because when they first did when Heresy first came out as minis, they were like, yeah, the Sons of Horus are sea green. There you go.
There you go. Oh my God.
So you had thousands of different interpretations of what sea green was, because if you Google sea green or even look at sea green, it's anything from a blue to a very green. So, people had different colors for their army. Now they make a couple of paints for the Sons of Horus. So I've just gone with I've updated my paint scheme from the original one to the more common one, which I kind of think I wish I would have kept the original. They looked a little bit cooler.
Well, you know, you can
More
always buy
mini.
another army and paint them again.
No, I can't.
So we did have Alex briefly showing up in the room. Alex, please come back on in if you would like to show us any of your minis. You can join us on the Zoom link. And Toby, thank you so much for coming in and sharing some. As you know, I'm learning all about the heresy, and it's great to hear like all the little details. I'm going to miss
Yeah.
a lot of details because I may never read the codexes and the rule books, right? So
No, fortunately you have the novels, which, you know, a lot of the codexes and rule books and stuff like that, they have a little bit of fluff in them, but a lot of it came from articles in White Dwarf. I mean, if you ask Arbiter Ian, he'll tell you just, and a lot of it almost feels like
let me add it to my list of things to ask Ian.
Yeah,
Another thing, Ian. But here's a question.
Especially
Let
for
me,
me, a lot of it seems like it was handed down to me from people who were into Warhammer before I was.
right.
You know,
Same.
so
But
it's like a lot of word of mouth, and then you're just like, wow, that's really neat.
but here's my question. So you have White Dwarf, you have the novels, and you have the codex and the rule books. So of those options, which is canon, which is going to be higher in the hierarchy, or is it just everything is?
Everything is, because as like when the heresy novels first came out, they weren't exactly how I pictured the heresy going, but
Right.
since they came, but you just kind of fit that into, it's like learning something new about a civilization that you didn't know before. And so,
Yeah.
that's what I enjoy about everything, especially Dan Abnett. He's in the Warhammer hierarchy. He's carved out this little niche where when he did Gaunt's Ghosts, and of course the Inquisitor series and stuff like that. And it doesn't
Right.
always fit
Yeah.
with the super grim darkness of the heresy, but it does. And so you just kind of go, okay, this is cool, because it's a sandbox where anything can happen, which is
Yeah.
really neat.
And it does. Do you have more minis to show us? Because you said you have thousands, or did you just pull your two favorites?
I just pulled my two favorites for right now. A lot of them are stored up and boxed away and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I have Imperial Guardsmen. And
So when you play, where do you play and what army are you playing with the most at the moment?
I currently don't really play. I'm more into the collecting side of it. Just because, but mostly when I did play, I played with my friends. And then there was a couple of places that we had here in my town that we played. And one of the most memorable adventures I had was going down for a tournament. And this was way back in the day when tournaments weren't as serious as they are now. And this guy handed me a 2-page paper explaining why our armies were meeting at the field of battle, which I thought was pretty
Wow.
cool. Yeah.
That's
And
adorable.
yeah, and and between fights, he just had this little blanks section, and he would find out who he was fighting, who he was playing, and what army he was facing, and he would just fill that in the little blank section and then hand it to you,
Oh,
and you know you could read this little section. My
so
my
creative.
Yeah, that's one of the things I really miss about the old Warhammer, is that it really focused on being creative, not just, with your paints,
Yeah.
but with modeling, with lore, anything, everything like that. It was, so when people ask me, they go, "Oh, is this cool?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course it's cool. Just kind of make it your own," because back in the day, that's what we did with a lot of it.
Yeah. Do you reflect on that too, Jim? Have times changed? Did it used to be more open and glorious, and now we're being locked into Warhammer's marketing campaigns?
Well, I played back in second edition, which was like 97, 95, 96, 97 when I was first playing. And I only got back into it in ninth edition. So
Wow, what a
yeah,
leap.
I was just playing at my house and my friend's house back in the day. I was only like 12. And maybe at the Games Workshop store. But now I play at the Games Club once a month and have people around now and then for a game.
Oh.
So yeah, this Friday this week I'm using my Death Guard.
Ooh, what is this big boy?
So that's a Death Guard Demon Prince.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
For you, hopefully. And this is one of their demon engines, the
wow.
Fetid Float Drone.
That's like
interesting name.
Is that like a demon engine from the Orcs book that we read? They had a demon engine in.
Yeah, it's a floating drone that's been infested with an ugly demon.
Of course.
And now it's much more disgusting and fleshy and squelchy.
I mean, I think for me, I still haven't played a proper Warhammer game, but it is about size does matter for me. I just do want to take a Titan and a Squig and be like, this is my points by, and see what happens.
You might see it on the shelf up there. There's an Orc Stomper, which is like the Orc version of a Titan, a smallish Titan. Right there.
The bigger ones, is it easier or harder to paint smaller or larger minis?
They both have their own challenges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smaller.
It depends, really.
Yeah, smaller. Like with me, I have poor eyesight, so I need a magnifying glass and light on smaller stuff now to be able to see the detail.
Yeah, same.
But on bigger minis, getting the paint to flow properly can be kind of a challenge as well. Getting that coverage,
Yeah.
Because I don't do airbrush. I just do paintbrush type stuff. So.
Oh, old school airbrush. The cool kids, the punk boys, are using the airbrush. They have like little masks and goggles. I've seen them with the airbrushes.
Yeah, my friend Josh just picked up an airbrush, and he's like, I got an airbrush, and I'm like, cool. Let me come over and try it out. I got a couple of tanks I want to paint.
Amazing. Oh, and did you have fun, or was it just like a color explosion all over everywhere?
I had pretty fun. It was interesting learning a new technique from painting, with just brushes and washes.
Yeah.
And it's weird how my painting has progressed from when I started painting, and where it's come from.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm yet to begin, and I'm very lazy. So I was like, what is the equivalent of like a wall roller brush? Like, can you, but I do go to the club sometimes, and there's just someone out the back just spraying a whole army like pink, and then that goes on the table. So I was like, I can do that.
Yeah, we had a guy who had his army primed, and because you needed 3 colors to play in the tournament, he just went on the top of the heads and put 3 colors on their heads. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. At one point in time when we were playing casually, I had the white rhino because I played Blood Angels at the time, and I'd spray everything white to get that nice bright red. And I didn't have my rhino painted, so I just had this white rhino driving around the battlefield, and they told everybody it became the elusive white rhino.
I love that. So see, we are, as gamers, we just improvise everything, the fluff, the lore. So Jim, you just got up to wander away from your chair. Did you pick something else up, or were you putting stuff away?
I got one more. It's your favorite character as he looks in the 40k universe.
Oh, is that Lucius?
Yep.
He's gross. Why do you want a Lucius?
I haven't painted him yet. He's ready for painting. He's primed.
What's going on with all these bits coming off? I can see a sword. I can see like a chair coming out of his head and a long staff. Tell me what these accoutrements.
Well, you'll read about some of them. He's got a whip. He's got a whip now, and that's his backpack.
Of course, he's got a whip. He is the BDNS boy of one of the many of the Emperor's children. Oh, but it is nice for me to see because I guess I'm reading the books and I'm like, where's the mini? And everyone else knows what the mini is and so it's fun. But yay, thank you both so much for joining me. I didn't expect anyone to come along, and so this has been really lovely. I think I'll read out the messages from the chat and then we can say goodnight. But Toby, it's lovely to have you around. Are you in the Discord, Toby?
No, but I'll look it up and join because I really enjoy yours and Ian's stuff. It's one of my favorite pastimes to do. Whenever I see you come up on YouTube, I'm like, oh, it's Mira and Ian. I love these guys.
We love each other as well. No, and we love you. But listen, I have a scoop. I can tell you a secret tonight. If you like Mira and Ian videos,
sure.
I did get a text that our Fulgrim video is on YouTube. So
nice.
That's pretty exciting because we filmed that so long ago. But I wonder if, Jim, could we share the Discord with Toby in the chat? Do you know how to share an invite link from the Discord?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, but not in the YouTube chat, in the Zoom chat. So you get a secret link, Toby.
Okay.
Awesome.
Give me a minute. I have to email it to myself.
Thank you. And then Jen Graham wrote, Flynn has written, infested. Papa Nuggle doesn't infest. He embraces. So we've all been told. And then Jen wrote, I got started through Space Crusade and here we go because poor Traitor Guardsman is feeling old. We're making him feel old. I'm happy. I'm older. I'm a generation. I think I'm a Generation X person.
I am definitely a Generation X.
I'm 7. Yeah, I was born in the 70s.
Same here. 71. People are like, you're what, 35? And I'm like, no, I'm 52. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, yeah.
And what's your star sign?
Capricorn.
You have like a Leo energy about you. A Capricorn.
No, I'm a Capricorn.
Lovely to have you here.
It's your birthday soon then. Isn't December Capricorn?
End of December, January, end of February.
I know that from the life of Brian.
We probably shouldn't ask anymore because date of births are very precious. So we should keep it secret, keep it safe. But Toby and Jim, thank you so much for being on the first ever Show Me the Minis. That's so good.
Thank you. Discord link.
Thank you. Toby, you can catch that link okay, right? You've copy and pasted? Lovely stuff. Well, I think let's say goodbye and let's do this again sometime. Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you, Toby.
Thank you. Bye-bye.